Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate you. Is it supposed to be like a million degrees in Denver as per usual because it's only August? Yes. But is it cold enough in my room for me to at least kind of cosplay like it is a crisp autumnal day in like October? Also, yes. So that's what we're doing here. I just wanted to be comfy because it's the morning and I'm filming this and whatever. I wanted to, because I've been seeing some rumblings over the last few months about Tess Holliday and the antics that she has been up to, particularly on like TikTok and stuff. And a TikTok of hers just came up on my For You page the other day as well. And that was kind of what spurred this whole thing. So I haven't talked about Tess Holliday, I think, in a while, at least specifically in a video since my history lesson, which was a long time ago. It was the first history lesson I ever did. And so I've been wanting to start like a catching up kind of series with people that I've done history lessons on in the past. And this isn't necessarily that, it's just me looking at TikToks from Tess's account, but I want to do that for her. And so, yeah, I felt like this was a good jumping off point, maybe. I just went and I found some that I felt like I should talk about, and that's all I have to say about that. So let's just get into it, shall we? But before we get into today's video, I want to thank today's video sponsor, Lumi. Now, Lumi deodorant is a whole body deodorant for pits, privates, and beyond. We're talking boobs, we're talking belly buttons, we're talking butts, we're talking your nether regions, we're talking feet, we're talking every part of your body you can use Lumi deodorant on. Lumi is skin safe, baking soda free, cruelty free, and vegan, which is really important to me, and pH optimized to use anywhere on your body, and it's also paraben free. And when I say it's safe to use anywhere on your body for anybody with a vulva who might be watching, Lumi was invented by an OBGYN named Sharon Klingman, so you can be sure that these are safe to use on any parts of your body. Lumi is clinically proven to block odor all day and continue controlling said odor for 72 hours. And Lumi also has a wide range of aluminum-free products if that's something that you find yourself needing. I don't know what it is, but I have always had just like a weird fear of smelling bad. Like smelling bad, I don't know. I'm so afraid that I smell bad all the time. And let me tell you, Lumi has kind of wiped that fear away from my life because it really does help control odor for 72 hours. So in my starter pack from Lumi, they sent me, I have them all here, the whole body deodorant in peony rose, which I use this like every day, and the whole body deodorant cream. It's an invisible cream in the scent soft powder. They also sent over the acidified body wash and also the acidified deodorant wipes. And these wipes are great for me to keep in my gym bag, which is honestly primarily my purse right now because I haven't been able to go to the gym in a while due to a knee injury. So I keep these in my purse because I do commute. And so they are great for just little touch-ups here and there. So if you want to give Lumi a try for yourself, they have a great starter pack option for new customers. The starter pack bundle is a great deal because it comes with a full-size stick deodorant, a cream deodorant tube like the one that I showed you, and 2 free products like the wipes or the mini body wash. You also get free shipping in the US, and just for my followers, Lumi is offering an extra $5 off the starter pack bundle, which will total over 40% off. All you have to do is use the link down in my description to shop and then use the code Megan, and that's MEGANANNE at checkout, and that will give you $5 extra off your Lumi starter kit. So thank you so much to Lumi for sponsoring today's video. I have loved trying their products, and as always, thank you so much to you guys for always interacting with my content and loving on my content, so that brands like Lumi keep reaching out to me to work with me because it genuinely helps me more than you will ever know. So yeah, let's just get back into the video. So this first one I felt like was just a good one to start off with. It's her flying in what looks to be business or first class, and it says, when your friend suggests flying economy.
My shoulder is dislocated, literally. It's hurting me very badly. I'm in pain all the time. See this arm, this is as far as I can reach it. Same with this side over here.
So I just wanted to start with that one because I feel like one of the things with Tess is that she acts very entitled with a lot of different things. In the economy that the world is in right now, I feel like maybe complaining about flying, one, in general, like traveling in general, is maybe not the thing to do. And I know this is satirical. I get it. I can take a joke. I promise. But like jokes like this to me right now just like aren't funny because like so many people are really struggling, more so than they ever have before, potentially, especially people in like our generation. I know Tess is like 39, I'm 28, so there is like a little bit of a generational gap there, but I've just been seeing so many people just struggling more, talking about struggling more than they ever have. So to me, jokes like this by like what I would imagine are like wealthy people just aren't funny to me. Like, because one, complaining about the luxury of travel, insane. Two, complaining about the luxury of travel and having to do it in economy, like the normal people do, also insane. Like, I just thought that was weird, and I wanted to start with this one just as a little introduction. Anyways, on to the next one.
Hi, I just want to remind you that you are allowed to feel frustrated if you live in a larger body, that the world does not treat you kindly, that clothes do not fit you maybe the way that you wish they were, that you don't have as many options, that you are treated differently in society, that you don't get paid as much, because that's a real statistic. You are allowed to be upset about those things. You are allowed to demand and ask companies to do better because they know better. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to wear whatever the hell you want to wear. And you are allowed to get pissed off as many times as you want to get pissed off. If you see someone telling you to do otherwise, kick them to the curb, because that ain't it. I think it's time that I reintroduce myself. My name is Tess Holliday, and I am a diversity and inclusivity consultant. I have also been a plus size model for the last 14 years, and I founded F Your Beauty Standards, which was one of the first viral body positive hashtags 10 years ago this year, okay? So I'm not new to this, okay? I've been doing the work. I also work in fat acceptance because I think it's very important for the world to understand that larger bodied folks get treated a lot differently. I am sick and tired of people getting on this app and thinking they are an expert about everything that they want to talk about just because they have a phone and 5 minutes of free time. Diversity and accessibility change lives. We've seen it over and over again. And if somebody is telling you that those things aren't important, then they need to take a big look at themselves. If somebody loses weight and they look in the mirror and they're like, oh, I was so disgusting before. Bestie, that's still you, okay? You need to work on that. We don't all need to hear that. We don't. That's your shit.
Okay, so I think it's pretty obvious, probably, if you've seen any of my other content, why I included this one. Also, if you're watching the weird faces that I made during this, it's because my contacts just all of a sudden got really dry in my eyes. And I was like, whoa. So I feel like overall here, what she is saying is like not wholly untrue. Like, I do think if you are treated unfairly or unjustly or just differently in society because of something that you can't fix or you can't fix right away, like your weight, then yeah, you have a right to be frustrated about it, like, for sure. I get that, absolutely. But I do think that when this is, and I think honestly, as many issues as I have with Tess, because there's a lot of them, I do think that her content does do a pretty good job at showing that like you can be fat, you can be obese, whatever, and still live like a pretty full life. Like, I do think her content is really good for that, and like, and also still like see yourself as hot and beautiful and whatever. And I think that's important representation for people, especially girls, to have. I take issue with like this kind of messaging a lot though, because like, especially if you talk about it a lot, because I feel like, and I've talked about this a lot on my channel, I feel like it creates like a false sense of like animosity that's just not there, and like they make it out to be like a bigger thing than it actually is. And do people get like bullied relentlessly and whatever for being fat or treated differently for being fat. Absolutely. And like, I'm not denying that. I never personally experienced a lot of that growing up myself or in adulthood. I never experienced that. But like, do I know that it happens? 100%. And I'm not saying just because it didn't happen to me, I don't think it happens to anybody else. But I just think with how often they talk about it, how aggressively they talk about it sometimes, it just makes it seem like a bigger deal than it really actually is, especially just with like talking about the judgment and things like that like other people have for fat people, because it's like, you don't know what those people are thinking, if that makes sense. And yeah, I also didn't know that she was going by a diversity and inclusion consultant now. That's interesting. I'd be interested to know what credentials she has to talk about that. I just wanted to talk about this because, like, I think she has such a large platform, such a big figure in fat acceptance, body positivity, whatever. When your idol is telling you you're treated differently, like, I don't know. There's just it just doesn't feel like it's doing what it's meant to me. And yeah. So I wanted to put in here also, in regards to her, like, F Your Beauty Standards brand or hashtag or whatever, go watch my last history lesson on Tess, because I go into depth about, like, a lot of problems that happened within that hashtag, specifically with Tess. And so I would just encourage you to go check up on that, because it wasn't as wholesome of a place as, like, she's making it out to be. She also did some very questionable things, like make t-shirts with that were going to be a charity fundraiser for DV charities, and like never donated the money. So, yep. And then went to Disney World. Yeah, so go check that out if you're interested. I'll have it linked. It's my first history lesson I ever did. So I just want to talk about this one for many obvious reasons. And yeah, let's just move on to the next, like, 4, because this is probably going to be like the bulk of the video. I'm gonna just run through all of them and then we'll reconvene, because this is what I saw on my For You page that made me want to, like, make this video. So I'm probably gonna have to mute this, but it just says, jumping in the Adriatic Sea in Italy as a size 24 with fans turned friends from all around the world because we deserve to take up space. I'm just gonna say this before we go into anything. I do not like speculating on people's sizes on the internet, especially women's, because especially in America, and I've gone shopping in other parts of Europe too, women's sizing, whack, like, does not make any sense. But I just saw her refer to herself as a size 24, and I was like, I don't know. And I'm going to talk to you about why it matters to me personally in a second, but we're going to get through these other few videos. So this one, she's replying to a comment that says, a size 24? Girl, I'm a 22 and I'm nowhere near this.
Oh no, you guys, I was just exposed. I am so sorry. I'm actually a size 69. Get into it. I don't know how to apologize. I just want to say first, get into it. Yeah, get into it. But yeah, it won't happen again. I promise. And I am sorry to those of you that I have hurt and misled.
And then this is the next one. She's replying to a comment that says, for real, I read size 24 and wondered if it was in the room with us, because girl, what in the world?
I just woke up and I am so excited that everybody is so obsessed about me lying about my size, because this video that everyone's commenting on is already almost at 1 million views. So please keep debating. Please keep telling me I'm disgusting. Also, can we get into the lighting on my bestie's toilet? I mean, have you ever? Rachel, this toilet lighting is beautiful. It is stunning. But yeah. So I've got to say, wow, God, absolutely stunning. Okay, bye.
And then this is the last one. So she's replying to a comment that says 24 times 4, no way you're 24. And then so she's showing, if you're just watching, she's showing her wearing like an activewear-ish skirt, it looks like, in what looks to be Italy. And then she's going to zoom in on the size, which is a 3X at Target in the junior section. And then she goes to the size chart to say that a 3X is a 24 in the junior section at Target.
And now I want to sit back and relax and enjoy my evening. When all of a sudden I hear this agitating, grating voice.
And it's worth noting on the size chart, it says that a 3X in that skirt is a size 24, 26. So there's that. But yeah, so those are the 4 videos that I saw that made me kind of want to make this video as a whole in the first place. One of my main issues with Tess, because I used to be a big Tess fan. Like, I loved Tess when she first came on the scene in like 2014 or whatever it was. I've just realized like how much she lies to her audience and how damaging those lies could potentially be to her audience, because like, as far as I know, like when I started watching or like just knowing of her, I think a lot of her content and a lot of her audience were young women, and I wouldn't be surprised if that hasn't changed just because of TikTok and like the demographic that uses TikTok primarily. And so for me, and I would say this even if she wasn't fat, like I say this about any influencer or any person who is in like the body positivity sphere and like talks about their size and uses their size as a like marketing point for themselves and for their brand. You need to be transparent. And like, I know it doesn't really matter because like I said, women's sizing is so arbitrary, like whatever fits, right? But like she has been saying that she's a size 22 for as long as I have watched her pretty much, or as long as I have known of her pretty much. And like, she has visibly, in my opinion, also gained weight. I don't know, just something about it just rubs me the wrong way, because like I said, I feel like when you're an influencer in like a body positivity space or whatever, or just like I said, when your size is part of your marketing for your brand, you need to be transparent about it because people are following you for that reason. And if you are not transparent about your size changing or whatever, then like you could potentially cause a lot of like internal struggles for people who do watch you. And it's not because they like maybe don't want to be fat or whatever. I think the topic could go into like a body dysmorphia of sorts, with just not knowing what size you are and not knowing what you look like. Because let's say you are a 24 and you look nothing like her and you're just like, what? Like, that's not what I look like. And do people carry their weights differently and everything? Yes. But I just think as a whole, I just do not believe that she is a size 24, and I think that she's lying. I will say she still does continue on the narrative that she has a restrictive ED, and I'm going to leave my thoughts on that out of this particular video. But could she be lying about being smaller because of that? Sure, maybe. I don't know. Something about it just rubs me the wrong way. And also the fact that the skirt that she used to prove her size is like a stretchy material. Like, I don't know. It's just weird to me because whenever I buy activewear, like I'm a size or 2 below what my like normal pants or skirt or dress size is, right? So like, I just thought that was an odd example also. But yeah, so there's just something about this that rubs me the wrong way. Does it really matter in the grand scheme of things? No, but do I just think that she's lying, and do I think that this lie could potentially do harm to her audience of what I would assume is young women, because like even my age, like 28, I still feel like a kid sometimes. But especially when like weight is involved and everything, I just feel like you need to be transparent. I just do not believe that she is a size 24, because like, I'll tell you right now, I'm a pretty solid size, like 16, 18, depending on what I'm wearing or where I'm shopping, right? Mostly like a pretty solid size 18. And that's what I tell people. I'm an 18. That's like yeah, because it just works better for me most of the time. But like also I have things in my closet that are like an extra large, that are a large, that are a 3-4 XL. Like it, like I said, women's sizing, it just spans and it's so arbitrary. I would never tell someone that I'm a size 14 because typically in America, a 14 is usually, or an extra large is usually a 14, depending. Like I would never tell anybody that I'm a size 14 because I'm simply just not anymore. And like, you can tell by looking at me that I'm not. And so it's like, I just think it's really disingenuous. And I really, really think she's lying. And I don't think with her brand and everything she talks about that she should be lying about it. And also I think it comes off hypocritical because if she's talking about loving her body no matter what size and like being always truth, like always yourself and like brutally yourself and whatever, like that, she should just be honest about it. I just don't think she's a size 24. And I think it's dangerous to lie about that when you have a platform and a brand like Tess does. But yeah, I have one more to show. I'm not going to put my earbuds back in because it's really short.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you're not just a big girl with a pretty face. You also have nice jugs.
And I put this one in here because like bars, facts. Can attest. From personal experience. As many issues as I have with Tess, sometimes she does really just hit the nail on the head, and I think this was a good one to end it on. Anyways, that's all I have to say for today. Thank you so much. Leave a pink heart emoji down below because Tess is very girly and pink, and I also like girly and pink things as well. And yeah, so leave that down below if you've made it this far. Thank you so much to Lumi for sponsoring today's video. If you're interested in trying Lumi for yourself, be sure to use the link in my description and my code Megan, that's MEGANANNE at checkout for an extra $5 off your starter pack, which it totals up to over 40% off. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys always for sticking around. Just a tangent if you've made it this far. I made a community tab post the other day about how I've been getting like some comments on the state of my background and everything in my videos. And normally I just ignore people nitpicking, but like the cleanliness of my home is something that's like really important to me and is like a very sensitive area for me. You can go check that out and read it if you want. I'm not going to talk about it here, but like just the support that I got on that video meant the world, or on that post, like legitimately made me cry. Like it made me start tearing up. Like it was just so, everybody was so kind and understanding, and it really, I don't know. There's just really something special about my community here. And like, I don't feel like I tell you how much I appreciate you guys enough, because this has been such a good outlet for me to have over the last like 6 months or so of me just like continuously going through shit. And yeah, so I just wanted to say an extra thank you, because of that, because it helped. So yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go. Remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, drink your water, take your meds if you need them, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.